Sometimes the best sports stories aren't about what happens after the whistle, or in this case, after the light turns green. They're about what brings people back and what they hope to build when they get there. For Middleton High School, the starting line is back. At Firebird Raceway, the first thing you feel is the noise. But this story starts somewhere quieter, with a son who grew up watching his dad race and a piece of the past
I love it because it's so unique.
he wanted to feel for himself.
I kind of spent my whole life out here, and I had thought about it before, and I had known he had raced in high school, and I said, I want to restart the Middleton High School drag racing team, and I want your help. And he said, okay, how do you want to do that? I said, I don't know, but we'll figure it out.
For Caleb, it started with curiosity. And for Dad Tom, it hit something deeper. The same track, the same sport, the same kind of program that gave him something school hadn't.
I was never really the kind that got into lots of other sports. I tried them, but they weren't really for me. So I felt kind of lost in that portion of school. But really what it gave me was a place to belong in school, in sports, where I felt like it was something where I was supposed to be, and it was something I was supposed to be doing. It was great for me because it gave me something to focus on, and it kept me away from the distractions that are involved in school.
For Tom, the car didn't pull him toward trouble. It pulled him away from it. And that idea started long before Middleton. Tom says it started with Dave Emery, the godfather of high school drag racing in this valley, a teacher, a coach, and the man who gave fast cars a safer place to go.
Mr. Emery, our drag team coach, he started this program when his son was getting into trouble and on the streets, and he was getting speeding tickets and stuff, and he was about to lose his license. It really comes back to that time when Dave was trying to keep his son out of trouble and keep him safe.
Dave Emery didn't just build a program, he left a roadmap. And at Firebird, that roadmap has been followed for generations.
Our high school program is one of our proudest hours. It's one of the longest running prep series in the country for drag racing. It dates back to 1976 when we first started. I raced in the program in 77 and 78 for Bora High School.
Now, that same idea has a new home at Middleton High School. Not for a trophy and not for a team shirt, but for the kind of outlet teenagers still need today. Not another screen, not the street, but something real to show up for.
People go on the street because they want to have fun, and then somebody gets hurt. And for the 48 years they've been doing this, they never put a Band-Aid on a kid.
That is why the track matters. It doesn't take speed away, it gives speed a place. And for kids who may not find themselves in the usual sports, it gives them a chance.
The best part about this sport in itself is there's no second string. There's just one line and that's it. Everybody gets a chance.
That chance is what Caleb asked his dad to bring back. Caleb had the spark.
Let's get our checklist going for this Saturday.
Tom had the memory, and together they started turning both into a team.
And it means even more to me that I can try and pass that on to the next generation. It just means the world to me to be able to be out here, be with the kids, be with my kids, and do this together as a family.
The build started small. A few students, a new name, and months of hard work before the first race ever arrived. One step after another until the question had a team behind it.
We started the club in September. We've done everything from bake sales to concessions, gone out and tried to get sponsors. The kids have worked really hard to the point where we can actually come out here and we can compete like a regular team that's been established for years.
After months of work, Middleton finally got the green light. Caleb doesn't have his license yet, so his turn behind the wheel is still coming. So Tom took the first pass in his son's car on race day. And before prom night, before the race was over, Middleton had its first trophy. For a program built to give kids somewhere to belong, it looked like a finish line, but it felt like a start.
The first win gave Middleton a moment this club will remember forever. What comes next is purpose. The Vikings Velocity Club will host its car show May 2nd. That's on Saturday at Middleton High School to raise money, build support, and keep high school drag racing growing in the Valley.